Okay, go.
It's the Casey Macgill Cocktail Hour. Coming to you live from the fabled Ridgewood Room, high atop the hills of Tacoma. The Casey Macgill Cocktail Hour. A collection of music, news, and personality.
Welcome, everybody. This is Casey, and I'm absolutely pleasurated to be with you here today. We've got a fantastic collection of humanity on the show today. A lot of very talented folks, and we have some guest appearances, like our guest who was, I guess, from Vancouver originally, but I don't know. Jen, are you in New York now? Are you in New York? Hi there. There's Jen Hodge. Are you in New York right now?
No. We can't hear anything.
We can't hear anything.
York?
We're assuming. Hi, I'm spotlighted. I'm very happy to be here.
Anyway, our fabulous bassist and international musician of note, Jen Hodge, and she's going to be mixing a cocktail for us a little later, and also promoting her brand new CD, which is absolutely fantastic. And she's got a film clip of one of the tunes on
We
that CD.
can't
Yes,
hear anything in Gen Land here. After Casey finished playing the intro, we stopped
can't
being
hear
able
me?
to hear you. So if you want me to make the drink now, spotlight somebody and like give me a big thumbs up and point at me.
Okay.
Oh, there's some sound. Somebody say something.
Can you hear?
There you
I
go.
can't hear you.
Should I make the drink now?
Well, I think we just, can you talk to that microphone?
All I got was laughter.
Can you hear into this mic? Can you hear this
Madeline,
one?
tell me what to do.
I can't hear any of them.
So no drink just yet.
Okay, great.
I'm getting feedback that Casey, you sound great.
Can you hear in this thing?
Huh.
Okay. Can you hear me speaking now?
I can hear you.
Are we all unmuted?
Yes.
We're good.
Because I can't hear them.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, Casey.
I mean, just very quiet. Can you turn up their volume?
I'm working on that.
Okay.
Hi, Casey.
All right.
Technical
Shall we try?
difficulties.
I wonder, did the introduction and everything come out okay, or
Yeah.
was that was audible? All
Yeah.
right. Well, as I was saying, we have our fabulous internationally known bassist Jen Hodge, who's going to be mixing a fabulous cocktail for us, and also promoting her brand new CD. And she's got a great film of a tune called Hodgepodge, go figure, from the 1930s from a small Duke Ellington group, and Jen does a marvelous job on it. And she'll be getting to that a little bit later on. And then we also have Erica Tessman, who is the recipient of the best genes from both the Knoll and Tessman families. And she's going to be singing a song for us in a little while, coming all the way from Wisconsin.
Yep.
And then we also have, there she is. Hi, Erica.
Hi. Glad to be here.
And, I can hear you.
Yay,
Yay.
that's good.
That's a wonderful thing. So, and then we also have a great dancer and choreographer who's here in Seattle, and it's Bailey McCulley. Is that right, Bailey McCulley? Yeah, okay, yeah. And Bailey is going to be showing a film clip of a fantastic choreography she did. And I don't want to give any more away of that. It's really a fun clip. So we're delighted to be able to have Bailey with us, bringing that film clip of her choreography. And let's see, what else have we got here? And today we're also going to be having our first live quiz with some great prizes. And this idea was borrowed from the CD release party of the Arnson brothers not too long ago, and want to send a thank you out to them. I hope they're doing well. We're going to have some music right now, and then we're going to meet all of our guests and have a little conversation. So I'd like to do a song that was recorded by Fats Waller, and it's called "The Panic Is On."
this morning without any warning. The panic is on. Crazy about her, crazy without her. The panic is on. Why did she leave me? Why did she grieve me? Oh, so blue and forlorn. I'm up in the air now, tearing my hair down. The panic is on. How could she? What's the reason? I don't know. Could it be that she's teasing? I hope so. The river is nearby. If she ain't here by tomorrow at dawn. Think I might jump in. I gotta do something. The panic is on. How could she? What's the reason? I don't know. Could it be that she's teasing? I hope so. The river is nearby. If she ain't here by tomorrow at dawn. I think I might jump in. I gotta do something. The panic is on. The panic is on. The panic is on. The panic is on.
Woo!
Panic is on. It's on. Okay. Let's see. I hear a familiar woohoo out there,
Yeah.
and I believe it belongs to my sister-in-law, Sarah.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah. Sarah is coming to you from her studio in Oakland, California, the Brook Street studio, which she and her husband Russ built, and they did a beautiful job of that. And occasionally, Jessica and I wander down to California, and we've had the privilege of camping out there in the studio, and it's really fun to get to go visit Sarah when we're down in California. And we also have a very interesting character who is living in Seattle, Washington right now. We're speaking of our good friend, Mr. Walter Harley. Walter.
Hello. Hello. This is an
Welcome.
honor and a treat.
What do you have in that case behind you there? Are those books or what are they?
Over here, there's remember these things called compact discs? They were like what happened. The '78 got smaller,
Were they?
and the
were they
needles
after
the needles for the CDs are hard to find.
Yeah, I mean, music on physical substances, it's a pretty rare thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a
Books over there, and then music on a real physical substance there.
Did Jen Hodge leave her string bass there?
That would be probably. I expect that Jen has a much nicer one than I do. That's an old K from the 1940s.
Ah, very good.
Plywood and been taken apart and put back together again more times than your average director set.
Well, the general wisdom on that is that K basses are rough and ready, and they'll take a lot of abuse, and that's why they're a favorite of rockabilly people.
Yep.
Because they
I've
keep
got
the heck
mine
up
there in
and
case of
they
zombie
keep
attack.
on going.
I
Yeah,
can
so
fend off the zombies.
yeah, and we also you've already met Erica briefly, and she's coming to us from, is it Madison, Wisconsin? Erica?
Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison, Wisconsin. Sometimes I get confused if you're in Waterton or Madison, but you're in Madison.
I honestly spend most of my weekends in Watertown, so it's almost like it's my own version of bicoastal. So.
Wow. I'm kind of bistatual.
By State Jewel. Yes, I already got the phone call from my mom. I haven't seen you in a week and a half.
Well,
That's
tell
okay.
her to tune in and take a good
I
look.
know, right?
Yeah, and Erica has lots of musical talents, which unfortunately she's not employing for money, but she is a great singer and can play just about any instrument she picks up. And she's going to be doing a tune for us in just a few minutes. And also, once again, Bailey McCulley is joining us in the same home, actually, as Madeline. Madeline Yan, who's up in the corner of your screen, and is helping us run the show.
Saving their butts.
And so they are joining us from the Capitol Hill area, Seattle, Washington. And I can't wait to get to see your film again, Bailey. It's really great. In fact, it's an unusual show because we have two films today. We have your film and Jen Hodges' film. And there's Jen. Look, you're looking. You're in quite a lovely room there. Is that your boudoir?
I wish. It's the set for the album release party for my new album that's dropping at midnight tonight.
Wow. So Jen, you have a CD release party tomorrow. Is that correct?
That's right. Yes. Yeah. It's going to be over Zoom and Facebook Live, hoping that the technology gods smile upon us more than they usually do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's from 6 to 8 Pacific time, and it should be a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff in the works, and everything matches this album art. So yeah.
That's fantastic.
Pretty
Well.
stoked.
I'm looking forward to playing your film clip, and also I'm curious to see what you have up your sleeve, your bartenderal sleeve, for in just a few minutes. But right now, let's see, we've got a duet coming up, and I'd like to get my lovely wife Jessica to come up here and play a song with me right now.
Yay!
Yeah, and she's got another one of these ukuleles, and so we have a kind of a matched set. And Maddie, do you have a photograph of the sheet music for this tune? It's called Rhythm King.
Yes, I do. One moment, please. There you
it
go.
This is our next selection, ladies and gentlemen. And it's a really cute song. And it's I became aware of it because it was recorded in the 1920s by two of my musical heroes, the Rhythm Boys and also Bix Beiderbecke. And there she is. Hi.
Hi, I can't see myself around the camera. Okay,
Yeah.
I guess I'll just
Yeah.
have to deal with it.
Now you know what my life is like over
I
here.
know.
Okay.
Big stars.
Yeah, it's definitely a first world problem we have going on here. So anyway, it's Rhythm King's a lot of fun. And if you're on YouTube, I would recommend doing a search for Rhythm King and then the Rhythm Boys, because they made a really great vocal arrangement on that, and it's very entertaining. They're an entertaining group. Okay, so here's a little bit of Rhythm King. 1, 2, 3. This is our vamp. And here's the verse. And put your best clothes on. Time we were up and gone. I gotta show you that uptown cabaret. They have a band that has master blues and jazz. I gotta be there when they start to play. Listen to the Rhythm King. Listen to him play that thing. Lord, Lord, he's some sensation.
Listen to the saxophone laying on a minor tone. Lord, Lord, sweet syncopation. He makes you rock like a chair, fills up the air. He's just like wine. Quiver and shake when he plays a braid. Wrinkles up your spine. Pretty music so intense. Hold your feelings in suspense. Lord, Lord, listen to the Rhythm King. He makes you rock like a chair, fills up the air. He's just like wine. Quiver and shake when he plays a braid. Wrinkles up your spine. Pretty music so intense. Hold your feelings in suspense. Lord, Lord, listen to the Rhythm King. Lord, Lord, listen to the Rhythm King. I mean, he's king.
Woo!
Thank you.
Yeah.
Isn't that a cute song? I love
Yeah.
it.
There you go.
Alrighty.
Pretty cute couple, too.
Yeah.
Very cute. Very cute. I would like to do an original song for you right now. And this tune is a song about the guy who was the first person to play jazz that we know about from New Orleans. The first person to actually, I guess, be famous for playing jazz. And he was a cornet player. His name was Buddy Bolden. Buddy Bolden. And he was born in the 1870s, and late 1870s. So he was playing in small groups, marching on the street, playing in social events and bars and saloons up until about 1906 or 7, at which time he lost his mind and he was committed to an institution down there and lived several years after that. But he was the first one to really play what has come to be called jazz. And this tune is called "He Makes the Blues Come Out of His Horn." It goes like this. And it mentions a few characters at the very beginning. And the first one is a guy named Fireman George. And that was Pops Foster, who was a bass player from New Orleans who recorded with Louis Armstrong for a long time and was a really great slap bass player. And I know that Jen is very aware of him. And so Fireman George, Baby Dodds, and Baby Dodds was a drummer, and he made some great records with Louis Armstrong and also Jelly Roll Morton. And he had a brother named Johnny who was a fantastic clarinetist also. So the first people in the lyric are Fireman George, Baby Dodds, and Mr. Jelly Roll, which is Jelly Roll Morton,
who claimed to have invented jazz. He was a pianist and a composer and a brilliant arranger, and a number of other things too, which we won't get into right now. But I just wanted to explain that little bit of the lyric to you before we got started. And there's another spot in this song where I borrowed something from a friend of mine who recently passed away, Jerry Jumonville. And Jerry was a wonderful saxophone player, and he was a native of New Orleans. And I met him when he was living in Los Angeles back in the 70s, and he went back to New Orleans and spent the rest of his life there. And he used to go, "Tina-na, tina-nay." And he also said, "We ain't too busy." You know, he had a few little things that he liked to say. And he was a wonderful guy. And so when I wrote the lyric, I thought of him going, "Tina-na, tina-nay." And it comes up in the lyric. So we want to send this out to Jerry right now. He makes the blues come out of his horn. Fireman George, Baby Dodds, and even Mr. Jelly Roll can recommend, without a doubt, a barber with a lot of soul. He's known more for his music than he is for cutting hair. He's got a special talent, according to the folks down there. When Buddy blows that silver horn, he makes a pretty girl say please. The preacher lays his Bible down, the crap shooters get off their knees. He makes the blues come out of his horn. He hits a low down tone, and the jazz is born. Mr. Bolden's music tells a tale you won't forget. Singing the blues, singing on his old cornet. You know, the evening breeze would carry his tune. All of the darling swells, they'll be arriving soon. But with a Tina-na and a Tina-nay, honey shaw's you're born. When Buddy Bolden makes the blues come out of his horn. The blues come out of his horn. He hits a low down tone, and the jazz is born. Mr. Bolden's music tells a tale you won't forget. Singing the blues, singing on his old cornet. The evening breeze would carry his tune. All of the darling swells, they'll be arriving soon. With a Tina-na and a Tina-nay, honey shaw's you're born. When Buddy Bolden makes the blues come out of his horn. All righty. Let's see. What do we have here?
Do you think he really invented jazz?
Jen.
No, I think that I think it was kind of a combination of the environment and a whole bunch of people adding little bits to it, kind of like a giant mosaic.
Kind of like jazz.
You know?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the way things get created nowadays. I think the whole creative act is remained pretty consistent throughout history. People add little bits and pieces here,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden, people stand back and go, "Oh, look at that! What's that?" Yeah. Let's see. It's time.
Cocktail time.
It's time. I think we're all getting a bit thirsty, and I think that we should call on Jen Hodge to mix up a little something for us. And it looks like she's all ready to go right there.
I am. Yes.
There she
And
is.
I too am thirsty, and we've been setting up this space all day, so
Yeah.
Allie and I definitely are ready for its Allie, stage manager.
You've done well.
But yes, thank you.
What
So-
are we going to be introduced to this evening?
Well, I've been continuing on my journey of making cocktails during this COVID time in our lives, and I'm going to share with you my latest invention tonight. It was recently the Jewish holiday Rosh Hashanah, and my dear friend Claudia, who is Jewish, told me that I needed to make up a cocktail for Rosh Hashanah that incorporates apples and honey, which are two traditional ingredients for that holiday.
Cool.
So this is what I came up with. I don't have a good name for it. I kind of think it needs like a Hebrew name, I think, but I don't know enough Hebrew / any Hebrew to first of all come up with a good name, and second be confident that it isn't culturally insensitive or anything like that. So if anybody has any good ideas, I am totally open to them. The first ingredient that we have here, this is a spiced honey liqueur. It's called krupnik, which is a traditional Polish spirit with honey and spices. This is from the Wayward Distillery here in Courtenay, British Columbia, which is where I am at the moment.
Okay.
Where is that, you ask? Good question. It's it's on Vancouver Island.
Oh.
And I'm making two of these, one for Allie, one for me. And I didn't realize I was quite so low on krupnik, so I did a pretty good job of eyeballing that.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so I'm just splitting the krupnik that I have left between these two glasses, and so it's 1 part krupnik to 2 parts mead. This is from Golden Age Meadery, Midsummer Mead. So mead is honey wine for those of you that aren't Vikings.
I love mead.
Yeah, I love mead. I'm wild about myself. I love me, Casey. I feel like I love me is a total quarantine anthem.
I think that's far enough.
Yes. You may as well have a sense of humor about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for those of us enduring the COVID-induced celibacy. Okay, so then the final ingredient in the drink part is Strongbow cider.
Nice.
Yep. So we have our 2 honey, our krupnik and our mead, and then I'm just gonna eyeball it with the cider here. Put it probably to about there, given the ratios that I had of the other ingredients. And then and I'll give it a little stir and a little taste. Yep, that'll do nicely. And then for a garnish, I have some dried apple slices here that yes, a couple of dried apple slices, and I have some nice little bit of nice organic honey here. I'm gonna just put a little dollop of this honey on the edge of this apple slice, and I feel like that makes a garnish that's both handsome and delicious.
Wow.
Looks delicious.
Yeah.
I think you're way overqualified for this job.
Hey, I'm happy to have a job.
Yeah. I love that hand coming on the screen.
I love that too. Yeah.
Perfect.
This is like the Addams Family.
Yes.
Yes.
So we're getting into the right season for that as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Come back here with that honey.
We need to have a harpsichord for that hand.
Yes. Do you have one, Casey?
No, I don't. I'm
Goodness.
strictly a pianist.
Okay. There we go. Drop it in there, and if Thing could reach in here and give me a cheers, there we go.
Cheers.
Woo,
Cheers! Woo!
And if you're free tomorrow, come hang out back in this room with me again, and we'll celebrate the release of my
Yeah!
album, The Girl in the Groove. And you'll probably see Allie's phantom hands popping in tomorrow too, because I'm going to need all the help I can get.
What part of Vancouver Island are you on?
Well, we're in Courtenay, which is the Comox Valley. It's like 3+ hours north of Victoria, hour and 15 north of Nanaimo.
Wow.
Uh-huh.
You're out there.
Lovely. Well, thanks, Jen. That was fantastic.
Thank you, Casey. Thanks for having me.
Man, this smells
Yeah, well, we're looking forward to watching that great clip of that on your record.
Yeah.
And I have some questions about that. I'm looking forward to that. But first, we would like to head back to Wisconsin and hear some music from my niece. I think, my niece, Erica.
Niece, yes.
The niece is nice.
Nice. Thank you. So I'm going to be singing a song tonight. Can I just jump right in?
Yeah, go for it.
So this song is called You and I. It's a cover from Ingrid Michaelson. She thankfully writes a lot of music for ukulele, which is fantastic for me because I really enjoy her songwriting and lyrics. And so tonight I'm going to dedicate this song to any lovebird in the world, specifically my friend Jen. I'm going to sing it for her wedding next year. And she and her fiance might just jump in and sing along with me. So this is for them. Don't you worry there, my honey. We might not have any money, but we've got our love to pay the bills. Maybe I think you're cute and funny. Maybe I wanna do what bunnies do with you, if you know what I mean. Oh, let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I, you and I. Well, you might be a bit confused, and you might be a little bit bruised, but baby, how we spoon like no one else. So I will help you read those books if you will soothe my worried looks, and we will put the lonesome on the shelf. Oh, let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants from way up there. You and I, you and I. Oh, let's get rich and buy our parents' homes in the south of France. Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants from way up there. You and I, you and I. Woo!
Nicely done. Yeah, Erica, that was fantastic. Erica Tessman, ladies and gentlemen. All right.
Thank you.
I think they're going to love that song at their wedding reception.
I hope they do. It just so happens that the fiance's family also just has a whole group of ukulele players in his family too. So I have a feeling we're going to jam at that wedding.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, it's now time for us to do our first quiz on this program. I'm very excited about it, and it's a kind of some old music trivia, and also some personal trivia. And I was encouraged by the quiz from the Arntzen brothers. There was a number of questions about Evan, but the good news is there's only 2 questions about me. So the other questions are just more general music history stuff. So shall we get started with this? And I will. Let's see. We're going to need somebody to determine who our winner is. Okay. And I'm going to read the question, and then the first person to chime in will be our winner. So the question is, who was called the King of Swing? A. Louis Armstrong, B. Duke Ellington, C. Benny Goodman, or D. Paul Whiteman? Who was called the King of Swing? Do we have an answer?
I gotta say Benny Goodman.
Tick-tock.
All right.
Tick-tock.
Walter, you are our first winner today. Walter Harwood. Good job, sir. And we have some lovely prizes. We've got some CDs of mine. Here's one right now. This one is called Am I Blue?
I think I can help with
Am I
that.
Blue? You know that when you try to adjust it, it's backwards from what you think it is. Right? Okay, and then we have this one here, right from. And then I have this ancient relic from the late 1990s during the 1990s swing scare. And so we've got that.
Swing scare.
We've got that, and then I also have a
You were barely 18 then, Casey.
ukulele. Yeah, barely 18. I was approaching mid-century at that point. And then this is a ukulele magazine that has a feature of me. I've only got a few thousand of them in the basement. And then I have some real ancient classics. These are some band T-shirts from the 90s. And this is one from the Spirits of Rhythm, which was the group that did that CD. And here's a little thing on the front, and then on the back, it's got this silhouette. Okay, so I got that one. And then this is this is from the early 90s.
You can feel the 80s in this T-shirt.
I love it.
And then this next one is the most esoteric, and this band didn't last very long because it was in Washington. It's called Zen Cowboys.
Oh my gosh, I want that. I hope I get an answer right.
So Walter, we can discuss what you want for your prize, and let's move on and have another question. Okay.
All right.
So the next one is in what? Oh, This is something I bet Jen knows the answer to this. In what venue did the Goodman Band have a breakthrough concert? When did they first become famous? And A, the Palomar Ballroom, B, the Savoy Ballroom, C, Carnegie Hall, or D, the Palladium? Do we have an answer?
And the audience from the world at large can also answer the
Yeah.
questions, please.
Anybody out there in virtual land, you know?
No Googling.
No, you're welcome to Google. You're welcome to
Yeah,
Google.
right now we need people to Google.
Yeah, we need people to Google because I can't continue to have these T-shirts anymore.
Do you want people to Google or to giggle?
You're on your own.
Looks like Madeline Louise says B.
B. Let's see. What was B?
Savoy.
Savoy. And that answer is incorrect.
Palomar.
Madeline,
Yes.
we have a lovely parting gift for you. Okay.
Hi, yeah. Even if you answered wrong.
Yeah. You can't avoid it. You're still going to get a T-shirt.
So who said the Palomar?
Me. I said Palomar.
Correct.
Woohoo!
Ding, 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 ding.
Palomar.
Yeah, winner,
Very
winner.
good.
Winner.
Aha, Sister Sarah. Very good.
Madeline's like, damn it.
Nice job. Hey, just before the Goodman Band became famous at the Palomar Ballroom, they were just a few blocks away from where you live, Sarah.
Oh.
Just a couple of days before they became famous and had a breakout success, they played a gig at Sweet's Ballroom,
Uh-huh.
right down the street from where you are. It's just about 4 blocks down, and fortunately the building is still there. And the dance hall was on the 2nd floor of this building, and I was in there several years ago, and it doesn't look like it's changed all that much. So
Wow.
anyway, so that was the Palomar Ballroom, and that place had some radio broadcasts. There's actually a couple of broadcasts in existence from when the Goodman Band was playing there at the time they became famous. So let's move on to our next question. Okay. What famous rock concert did I attend? A, Woodstock, B, Monterey Pop, C, Altamont, or D, the Beatles at Hollywood Bowl? Lollapalooza. Come on.
That's a festival.
Get out of here. I'll give you a hint. It's not E. Okay. Does anybody have an answer for this question? What famous rock concert did I attend?
Famous.
Make a guess.
D.
D?
Beetle.
No. That
Darn.
is not correct. I wish it were true.
I wish it were true too. I would live vicariously through your memory.
Who said B? Is that
That's Madeline. Or wait.
No.
Knit Cake. Hello, Knit Cake.
B is correct.
Woo.
The Monterey Pop Festival. And
The prize goes to Knit Cake.
yeah, so please give us, stay in touch with us there, and we will discuss what prize you would like.
You can give them your email address.
Yeah, I'm at caseymcgill@gmail.com, so you can email me, and we can arrange to get a prize to you. Okay, let's have another question. Okay. Oh, how old was I when I got my first ukulele? A, 11, B, 7, C, 4, or D, 22?
B. 7.
Yes,
Woo! I didn't know that.
that is correct.
I didn't know
My
that.
grandmother gave me a ukulele for Christmas, and we were in Honolulu.
Well,
And
No wonder she
that-
gave you an ukulele for Christmas.
Yeah, right.
that was before Hawaii was a state, you know.
Yeah.
It was still a territory at that point. Anyway, so yeah, let's have one more question. Which song was not written by Duke Ellington? A, It Don't Mean a Thing If It Ain't Got That Swing. B, Mood Indigo. C, Take the A Train. Or D, Satin Doll. Which one was not written by him? One of those songs was not written by Duke Ellington. I think Jen knows the answer to that question. Probably gonna get some sort of lawsuit now.
Yeah, they're
Coming
probably.
up soon. Do we have an answer? Jen, you want to tell him?
Uh-oh.
Sure, yeah. Take the A Train is the
Correct.
answer.
That's right.
Woo!
And it was written by,
Billy Strayhorn.
yes, it was.
Mm-hmm.
And Billy Strayhorn was a super talented musician, and he also wrote a great song called Lush Life,
Oh, I love great. That's a great song.
which is a very sophisticated ballad. And the story is he wrote it when he was 17 or 18 years old.
Wow.
So he was quite a talent at a very early age. And anyway, so that is our quiz, ladies and gentlemen. And let's see. At this time, I would like to get Bailey to show her film to us.
Yeah.
That'd be fantastic.
What?
All right, here it comes.
Yeah,
Woo!
Great.
I love that.
Yay.
Thanks so much.
That is so much fun. Now, Bailey, did you see anybody else do that, or did you figure that out on your own?
No, I made it up. I was actually part of this swing dance game show, if you can believe such a thing exists. John Tigert made it up a few months ago now, and we were given a prompt to make the best sitting dance. So I thought instead of trying to take away movement, I would think about what I could add. And it's awfully hard to dance with your arms on the floor if you're standing up. So I thought, well, if I sit on the floor, I can dance with all of my appendages. So this is what happened.
Wow, that's fantastic. That's brilliant. I think that's just...
Thank you.
It's just so much fun to see all of the four shoes, working together. And then
I wanted to make it as confusing as possible. That was the goal.
It is.
I love that. All of the independent movement, of your hands and feet. Have you worked on any more little moves with the four shoes?
I have actually. So I have a Patreon, and somewhere in the coming months, I've made. So what you saw was the first, I guess, edition. So I've worked on the whole song, and it's slowly getting put together. So eventually there will be the whole song, and I've worked out all other weirder things. Oh yes. So there, if you'd like to see the full version, it'll be out either December or January, depending on what makes sense. So anyway, there will be a full version with more weirder, more confusing four-limb dance steps.
Fantastic. How about another hand for Bailey? Great. Yeah, that was fantastic. And also, we could probably post that that screenshot of her Venmo and where you can give her a gratuity. Also, at the end of the show, let's do that. There, yeah.
Oh.
we could do the virtual tip.
There it is now.
And I know Jen Hodge has one as well. And it wouldn't hurt to steer a little bit of cash her way also. And And I actually have one too. I've got a PayPal one and the Venmo, and I think that was on the quiz, wasn't it? Huh?
Just earlier.
It's just
Anyway, but yeah, I've got one also. So don't be shy. You know, we'd love to keep breathing and eating food and whatnot, and have a roof over our head. It's definitely helpful. So at this point, we'd like to do a little bit more music with Jessica, and we are going to call this segment Tea Time, because we have 2 songs that have tea as the subject. And since there's 2 of us here, we thought we would do tea for 2. So we're gonna demonstrate that for you. And
very close quarters in here.
yeah.
A little tight.
Okay, I think we're ready to go.
Whoa, whoa.
I-
1 second.
You okay there?
Strap malfunction.
Uh-oh. All right. Are we ready? I think
Yeah.
so. Here we go, kids. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3.
Picture you upon my knee.
Tea for 2 and 2 for tea. Me for you and you for me alone. Nobody near us to see or hear us.
No friends or relations on weekend vacation.
Won't have it known, dear, that we own a telephone, dear. Day will break and we'll awake and conjure up a chocolate cake, a treat of something tasty for our tea. We will raise a family, a dog for you and a cat for me. Can't you see how happy we would be? Day will break and we'll awake and conjure up a chocolate cake, a treat of something tasty for our tea. We will raise a family, a dog for you and a cat for me. Can't you see how happy we would be? Thank you very much. That's Jessica on the ukulele, and right now I'm going to do another tea song. This one is not as well known as Tea for 2, but it's a lot of fun. It's called When I Take My Sugar to Tea, and song written by a guy named Sammy Fain, who wrote lots of great tunes. That Old Feeling is one of his better known numbers. Let's see. This one, it's kind of a sentimental favorite for me because I got to play this with Don Neely and the Royal Society jazz orchestra in San Francisco about 35 years ago. They had a tea dance at the Mark Hopkins Hotel on Nob Hill. And Peter Minton and I sat in with Don for this particular number, and I have a cassette tape of it. So anyway, it's a cute one. The Boswell sisters made a great record of this. Take My Sugar to Tea. When I take my sugar to tea, all the fellas are jealous of me. Never take her where the gang goes. When I take my sugar to tea, I'm a rowdy dowdy, that's me. She's a hi-hat baby, that's she. Well, I never take her where the gang goes. When I take my sugar to tea. Every Sunday afternoon, we forget about our cares, rubbing elbows at the Ritz with millionaires. When I take my sugar to tea, all the fellas are jealous of me. Never take her where the gang goes. Or when I take my sugar to tea. Every Sunday afternoon, we forget about our cares, rubbing elbows at the Ritz with the millionaires. When I take my sugar to tea, all the fellas are jealous of me. Never take her where the gang goes. Or when I take my sugar to tea. When I take my sugar to tea. When I take my sugar to tea. When I take my sugar to tea.
Woo! Yeah.
Okay, well, it's time, ladies and gentlemen, for us to have the pleasure of checking out Jen Hodge recording one of the tunes that's on her new CD, Girl in the Groove. So, Jen, do you want to set this?
Wow.
Awesome.
Wow, that was fun.
Thank
Nice
you.
work, Jen.
Thank you so much. Yay!
Yeah. Hey, this film definitely prompts a few questions. And first of all, can you tell us the rest of the personnel that's on that with you?
You betcha. That's Chris Davis on the trumpet, Brad Shigeta on the trombone, Joseph Abbott on the alto saxophone in there. He also plays clarinet on the recording.
Yeah.
We have Josh Roberts on guitar and Seattle's own Mike Doherty on the drums.
Yeah. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah. And where did you record this?
This was recorded at somebody's home in White Rock, British Columbia, right next to the border there.
Okay.
And yeah, I recorded my last album there too. This guy, his name is Paul Beatty. He's an amazing patron of the arts that I really love.
Yeah.
And he designed his house himself, and he purposely designed it so that it would be a good venue for house concerts. So when the engineer that I was working with, he and I were discussing studios for making my last album, he wound up having this brainwave, and he's like, "Oh, I know this guy whose house has these amazing acoustics, and I doubt he's ever had a recording session in there before, but I bet he'd be really excited about it." And sure enough, he was, and he like cleared his family out for 2 days so that we could record an album, and he was more than happy to do that same thing again. So that's where we did it. Yeah.
You might have inspired him. I mean, maybe he's going to clear his family out for 2 days more often.
Yeah, good point.
I love that.
Yeah, me too. It made for such a great vibe. It was, it sounds like everybody's just chilling out at a house in the sticks somewhere, instead of like, oh, I'm gonna need to feed my meter at the end of this tape or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's really chill.
Well, it looks like everybody is really relaxed and having a good time, and it's a really nice looking space too.
Yeah, it's really great. I'm thrilled that we were able to do that. Thank you, Paul Beatty.
Yeah, excellent. Well, that's great. Well, that record once again is "Girl in the Groove," Jen Hodge and her All Stars, and sounds fantastic. And what are a couple of other tracks that are on there?
Oh yeah, well, it's a pretty fun mix of there's some like standards on here that I've done some totally different arrangements on that I'm excited about, such as "I Got Rhythm," "Summertime," "Stardust," and then there's some lesser played older tunes such as Ralph Fraser's "Here Lies Love." I don't know if you know that one, Casey. Yeah. Sister Rosetta Tharpe, "Here Lies," or "Above My Head," Jelly Roll Morton, "Dead Man Blues," and then there's a couple originals, one of mine entitled "Use Your Head," a line from which gave us the title of the album, and then an original tune by the alto sax clarinetist Joseph Abbott called "The Earthquake Drill."
Oh wow, excellent.
Yeah.
Fantastic. "Here Lies Love" is a great tune, isn't it?
I love that tune so much. Yeah, amazing piece of music.
That's a big favorite of Jacob Zimmerman, I think. He's really a big fan of that song.
Totally, yes. Jacobs is the only other book that I've seen that tune in. I was so excited when I played one of Jacobs' gigs and it was in there. I was like, I play that tune too! Don't you love it? Isn't it great?
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know, it would be very easy to come up with a fantastic record of early Bing Crosby hits. And that one would be fantastic. Learn to Croon, Just One More Chance.
Yes.
The Day You Came Along.
Oh my God, Casey. Well, maybe once we're allowed in the same country again, we can make that album.
Boy, that'd be fun. Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
do it.
it's all really, you know, Bing was fortunate, you know, he got to record so many great songs, and, you know, his recordings of them made those songs standards, at least a lot of them anyway. Also, I think he did the first record of I Surrender Dear.
Oh, did he? Cool.
Yeah. Well, you know, it was written by his partner, Harry Barris, who
Yes.
was in the Rhythm Boys, and then also they were together at the Coconut Grove just before the band broke up, and Harry was in a real creative state. He wrote a number of tunes right around that time, and you know, he also wrote "Wrap Your Troubles in Dreams." That was an early Bing hit, which is a good one.
Mississippi Mud as well, didn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I saw you guys doing. There's a little film clip of you and Josh doing "Wrap Your Troubles in Dreams," right?
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. We played that on Wednesday.
Yeah. Do you have a gig on Wednesdays?
We did. In fact, Josh and I had 2 gigs on Wednesday.
Wow.
I know. I haven't played 2 gigs in one day since February.
Stop bragging.
Used to be a normal thing, but yeah.
Wow.
It was a real treat. It was a little bit worrisome to, you know, be in like hour 4 of playing that day and going, wow, my forearms are really talking to me. That would never have happened 8 months ago.
Yeah. Yeah. Wow. Well, that's fantastic. I'm glad that you were able to do that, and hopefully, you know, you and Josh will be able to do some more stuff like that.
Yes, yeah, I hope so too. Yeah, Josh is an amazing musician and a great friend. So
yeah.
We're talking about Josh Roberts, the guitar player, who you just saw in that film clip and heard, and he's got groups of his own that are fantastic, and he's one of the cornerstones of the traditional jazz scene in Vancouver, BC, right now, and also. It's just about time for us to say goodbye. We've actually run over an hour, which is not a big deal, but I imagine everybody needs to get up and take a little break. And I want to thank everybody on the show for joining us today. From Oakland, Sarah, thank you so much for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
It was a lot of fun. And we'll be discussing your prizes. And Bailey, thanks for showing us that film, and I can't wait to see the eventual complete choreography of that. That's fantastic. And then
Thanks for having me.
And then Walter, thank you so much for joining us. You're a kindred spirit and a worthy co-conspirator. So
We'll take the latter. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us. And also, all the way from Madison, Wisconsin, Erica Tessman. Erica, that was really a nice version of that tune.
Thank you.
And I noticed on the feedback, people were loving what you were doing.
Everyone. Fun to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me.
And that was great. And once again, Maddie, thank you so much for helping us out on this.
You bet.
You're doing an excellent job. And also, once again, Jen Hodge, thanks so much for joining us. It's always great to get to hang out with you, whether it's in person or virtual.
Likewise, Casey.
Yeah. So I'm just going to play us out with the theme, and everybody, thanks once again, and you can talk amongst yourselves. Here we go. Just like in a bar when I'm playing. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, our next broadcast is going to be the first Thursday of November, and that will be Thursday, November the 5th. And hopefully things will be in some sort of state of coherence at that point. It'll be 2 days after the election. And I'm not going to say any more about that. But anyway, thanks for joining us today. Don't forget, you can PayPal or Venmo a tip to me at either one of those locations, or also Jen or Bailey. So thanks once again, and we'll see y'all next time.